Hey guys, welcome to this week's show. I'm your host, Todd Hollowell, the Bass Doctor. Hey, it's November and I'm usually in a tree stand this time of the year, but you know, the one thing that'll get me out of a tree real quick is an invitation to Lake Guntersville to catch some of these big TVA bass. Not only did I get an invite, but it came from 2007 Bassmaster Classic champ Boyd Ducket to his place right on the lake using some of the new BD series with Castaic he's developed. Hey, you guys don't want to miss this. Stay tuned. The Bass Doctor starts now.
The Bass Doctor is sponsored by Castaic, American Tackle Company, Power Pole, Vicious Fishing, Lowrance, Reaction Strike, Bulldog Rods, Fish Hard, Procure Bait Sense, Adventure Products Ego S2 Slider, Stormer, Vicious Vision, Backstabber Lures, Ducket Fishing.
Boyd, thanks for having me down, dude. I mean, you don't have to twist my arm to get me out on this river. And I love fishing this time of year. You've been working hard on this Castaic BD series, this new signature series, all kinds of products, but you're telling me the shallow cranking bite's starting to happen.
Well, you know, it's November,
Yeah.
the bait starts moving on these grass lines,
Yeah.
and one of the cool things we did with this 1.5, you know, it's the perfect size. It's a hair smaller than
I
what you're
noticed
used
that.
to. It's got a tight wobble and a fantastic sound. You know, the sound chamber gets a lot of reaction strikes,
Right.
and this little bait right here comes with the katana hook, super
Yes,
sharp,
indeed.
out of the package, ready to tournament fish, and I promise you, you're gonna be impressed with this little dude today.
I can tell you've been working with these. There's a little grass on this bait. I know you've been out fishing with them, catching them on it, so I'm looking forward to seeing this thing in action.
You know, the proof's in the pudding, so let me show you.
Let me have that. Let's go show it off,
I hear
dude.
you, buddy.
I'm looking forward to this,
Me too.
man. Let's go.
All right.
Fish. Got him.
Fish.
Fish on, boys.
Got him. Oh, come on with
Hey.
it. Whew.
First cast.
First cast. That's what you
I
call
like your spots,
You like
dude.
my spots? You like this little stuff?
I just got
going
up
on?
here.
How cool is that?
Man, that's awesome.
Ate that 1.5?
With a 1.5. Green gizzard shad. I love that color, man.
Yep.
Hey,
Another
BD
quality
1.5.
Guntersville bass. Huh?
Oh, cold water fish right
Yep.
there, guys.
Yep.
You got a face full of it.
Uh-huh.
I just come and thought you, just like you were telling me before we got up here, boy, just feather it through that grass. I need the pliers on that one.
Need some pliers.
So these BD series baits, they all come with these katana hooks straight out of the pack. You don't need to modify the hooks. You don't need to change them. They're straight up gonna stick these fish. All the BD series from Castaic have these katana hooks. Nothing you need to do. Get them out of the pack.
Tie
Catch
'em
a
on.
fish on them, just like that. Just a solid Guntersville keeper right there.
Yep.
That's a good way to start the day, boy.
Yes, sir.
Man, thanks for taking me fishing.
Hey, let's catch some more of
Let's
them.
do it. This is a tool you've got to have in your arsenal. I mean, how deep is this BD 1.5 series? How deep did you design it to run?
It'll run about 4 feet deep, and that's as deep as you want it to run. It's really something I like to fish around cover. And you think about a square bill, a 1.5 being, you know, a stump bait or a brush bait.
Right.
Wonderful grass bait.
It is.
Yeah, there's a lot of feel involved. If you just throw it out, wind it back, you're going to hang grass on the bait. So really, I'm throwing it out over top of that grass, and I'm going to keep my rod tip high, and I'm going to slowly wind it. That bait's got plenty of action in it. I'm going to slowly wind it till I feel it touch that grass. Then when I feel it, like right there, I slowly pop that bait loose.
Right.
And just try to keep it from getting hung up. And you're just, it's nicking and
Right.
bouncing off of that grass, and you get a great reaction bite from it with this little 1.5.
Yep.
And a lot of times, you know, you'll free it up and you won't know it's a bass, but
That's right.
you know, and you'll go to pull it and he'll be there, but hey, as long as you catch him, that's what it's all
That's right.
about.
You know, one thing I'll do every once in a while too, Boyd, is once I feel that bait starting to bury up in the grass, you can actually let that float back up and reset your cast. And every once in a while I'll do that. when it's cold this time of the year, sometimes they'll actually bite it while it's sitting dead
rising,
still, almost
yeah.
like a jerkbait deal.
Yep, kind of like a jerkbait. Water starts cooling off, you gotta slow your presentation down. Fish will still feed, but they don't have that summertime activity level.
Those first couple of bites I had, I was working it pretty slow.
Mm-hmm. Fish?
Yeah, buddy.
Good one?
Head shaker.
That's what I'm talking about.
Head shaker, Boyd.
Head shaker.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's a big one.
Oh, come on.
I almost didn't push the button fast enough. Unless he's foul hooked, it's a good
what I'm talking about.
It's a good one.
That's a good fish.
Yeah, boys. Oh, 1.5 fish.
Yeah, you get around those grass beds, they'll get up in the grass.
I'm just gonna wear him out.
Yeah, because I promise you, he's not close to
He's
ready.
bigger than I thought. Look at this one,
that's
guys.
a quality fish.
Hey,
What's wrong with that?
that's why you come to Lake Guntersville right there, guys. You got him for me?
I got him for you.
That's a good one. That's a stud. Can you get your hands around it?
Get in here, girl.
Yeah, man. Wow.
That's a good fish, man.
Yes.
Check that out.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's all you.
Hey, 1.5.
Yep.
He choked it too, man.
You got
I
him.
mean, just stopped my rod. I thought I was hung for a second.
Then, ooh, it starts
Oh
pulling.
gosh, 1.5. Dude, that thing catches him
It
too.
catches
I love
him, man.
it.
I promise you, it catches him.
Gosh, that's so awesome. I mean, just a big old fish. They're so fat this time of year. You know, it always amazes me just how shallow bass get even in the coldest months of the year. You know, on some of the coldest water temperature days I can remember fishing in, I've caught fish in less than 2 foot of water. And so it's important to not get in a one-track mind thinking, man, it's cold, I've got to fish deep. There are resident bass that live shallow year-round. You know, on these lakes that have grass, that have vegetation like Lake Guntersville, you can always catch them shallow. So fat he can't get out of the water.
I know it.
Hey, I don't even know where to grab this one.
I
I'm
don't
gonna go
either,
right
man.
down here.
There you go.
Good fish,
There you
boy.
go.
Yeah,
There
man.
you go.
Yeah.
Got us a Lake Guntersville largemouth.
How's that? We just had a little weather change. We had a little lull in the day, and the sun just popped out. We got a little breeze. Boy, you just switched up to the BD jerkbait, didn't you?
I just, you know, it started feeling like it might be a jerkbait deal, and finally got one that decided.
Solid little fish.
Yeah, decided to tag it. That's a good fish.
Nice, bud.
Yeah, I'll get that
Nice,
freed
bud.
up. We'll put you back in the
Maybe
water.
there's a little group of them here. Let's find out.
Closed captioning brought to you by Procure Bait Sense.
Boyd, I know we're both excited about this new BD series that you've been working on for a long time with Castaic, but it's just not just a couple of baits. You've covered the whole water column. Tell me a little bit about this lineup.
Well, we've got a whole lineup of baits. It's been a fun project, starting with the topwater baits. We've got this BD 120 walking bait, got a couple of poppers in a 60 and 70 size. We've got the perfect frog, super soft, get all the hookups. Then we've got some of what we'll fish with today. We've got square bills, currently a 1.5, got a 2.5 coming. Yep. Got a couple of awesome jerk baits you'll get to experience.
I like those.
Yeah, we're gonna catch them on those today. This is the BD12 in this same diving series of crankbaits. We've got a BD8, a BD16 coming as well.
Yep.
And then we've got some awesome BD spinnerbaits with the perfect blade combination. You know, the opportunity to work with the bait designers at Castaic and to create baits that were truly tournament grade baits. I mean, we spent a lot of time waiting, talking about perfect bait presentation, talking about hook sizes. Of course, we've got the super sharp katana hooks. I didn't want to have it where guys have to buy the bait, take it home, work on it.
Change components,
You
stuff
got it.
like
Change
that.
the split rings, change the hooks. This is a tournament ready bait. Super colors, fantastic bait finish, extremely important. I mean, this is tournament level stuff. This was
Right out of the pack.
right out of the pack. It's stuff that I buy, I take it out of the pack, and you can fish with it, and it'll make a difference in anybody's day.
There's fish. Yeah, boy.
Bad. I called it roadbed bass. Just a hair farther out.
You switch up to the jerkbait there, huh?
To the jerkbait. Let's give the jerkbait a try.
Is that the 115? Yeah.
Yep, suspended over
Come
the...
here. Come here, big boy.
Got him?
Got him. He's all yours, my man.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Little crankbait, little jerkbait action.
Absolutely.
What made you pick up the jerkbait right there?
You know, I like to throw a jerkbait over a road bed.
Rock.
And basically,
This is a
yeah,
rock
we've been
area.
catching them on that 1.5.
Right.
Got a little rocky spot right there, and they'll suspend over it.
Yeah.
You know, you just picked it up.
Nice
boom.
move.
Yeah, there he is.
Nice move. That's why you're a classic champ, man.
Sometimes we look good. Sometimes we make good decisions. There you go, girl.
So Boyd, not only are you living here on Lake Guntersville, but Ducket Fishing, you're headquartered here now. All these good reels that you just come out with, they're distributed from right here in Guntersville, Alabama. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. We, you know, we built that place right here in the industrial park at Guntersville. You know, it's a great address for a fishing business. Guntersville, Alabama. It's a very special place, a lot of history, and of course our worldwide distribution center right here in Guntersville. That's where the offices are. When I'm not on the lake, that's where I am. I like to be in this office as often as I can be, but when I'm not, I'm out there, and I really enjoy that too. I mean, that's it's probably some of the most enjoyable work days that I have is going into ducket fishing and spending the time trying to create great products like the reels. You know, I put a lot of time over a year, you know, building molds. We started from the ground up. This is not a copy of anything. This is paper to temporary molds to making adjustments, right, trying to build the perfect fishing reel. So and then working on those projects is a lot of fun to me.
Yep. Well, it's got to be nice having your fishing office right here on the lake, and then having, you know, the Ducket Fishing headquarters just a couple of miles away. I mean, you can go back and forth, and you can bring these reels right out on the lake and test them yourself. How cool is that? And
we do that all the time.
Yeah.
Rods and reels, we're constantly hitting the lake and testing them. You got to put time on them, got to see what they can do, and close proximity is neat. You know, I just live over on Buck Island, which is probably a mile that way from here, and Connors Island's probably a mile that way where Ducket Fishing is. So it's a pretty convenient setup.
There he is. Fish.
Fish, good fish?
Good fish.
Good fish. All right. Yeah.
I got one, Boyd.
Oh, yes, you do.
I got one, Boyd.
Yep.
You know, we just moved back to the back of this creek. The water's a little warmer, a little dirtier.
Oh, we hit that spinnerbait too, huh?
Yeah, Boyd just caught a small one on the BD 1.5 little crawdad pattern. So I made a change to the BD spinnerbait. Look at here.
And he's much bigger than mine.
That one stopped it dead in its tracks. Look at that,
That's
guys.
a quality fish.
That's a solid one.
That's a quality fish.
The old BD spinnerbait will catch them too. Conditions just called for it. You know, you got to make changes. We've been out fishing a lot of clear water. This water's a little more stained. And made that change. That's a chunk, man.
Fat, healthy fish.
I love Guntersville, boy.
It's a fun place, man. It's a cool place.
Hey guys, the Bass Doctor on location, Orlando, Florida, ICAST 2014. I'm the Bass Doctor, but I'm back with the eye doctor, seasoned optometrist, Doug Jordan from Vicious Vision. He's going to tell you about some new stuff coming to the market this year.
Absolutely, Todd. I'm excited to bring a couple of new lens colors to the market, our new yellow moss color and our new blaze orange color. Our yellow moss, what the anglers are seeing is on cloudy, rainy days or overcast days, this is the bomb. It's making things pop. You can see deeper in the water. The other thing that I'm very happy about is all of our frame styles are now available in Realtree Extra Camo.
Oh yeah.
As you know, camo is a popular option for a lot of folks, and I'm very happy to bring a Realtree and be a licensee of Realtree now.
Yeah, and I'm excited to have my hands already on these.
These are, yeah.
You guys aren't going to want to miss this. Check out Vicious Vision. We'll see you back out on the water. Not a bad one.
No.
That one came right off the piling right there,
Did it?
Boyd.
Just pull him off the pylon.
Yeah. That's not a bad one right there.
Huh?
Get up in here, big boy. He wasn't coming off. Yeah, we come up in this ditch here, and there must be a bunch of crappie and stuff in here, but it's just a little deeper and a little clearer than a lot of the stuff that Boyd's taken us to earlier today. So we switched over to this BD jerkbait, 115. It'll catch it.
There's another piece of life out here. While you're disconnecting that one,
I can't get it off fast enough because I know we're going to catch another. That's a bona fide double. Hey, look at this.
That's a bona fide double. Little difference in mine and his.
Oh man, who
Little
cares?
difference in mine and yours.
What a blast! What a blast!
Yes.
Big old crappie.
Yeah, it is a crappie.
Look at that big old crappie.
Yeah, I caught a crappie. And that's really not a big one for here.
No, but that's a big crappie in a lot of places.
Yeah.
You know it?
Yeah. How about that? Hit the BD jerkbait.
A little bass.
Got a little bass.
Crappie, bass, back-to-back cast.
Back to back. Got a little lively area.
They're obviously in here eating.
Yeah.
Fish. It's a little one, but I got him.
You got another one, huh?
I got him, Boyd.
Another one.
I'll hustle him in here. He is hooked. Yeah, this is just a little deeper spot than we've been fishing earlier today. We've been throwing the BD 1.5 on some shallow grass lines, but this little ditch Boyd has us in, it's more of that 10 to 12 foot stuff. Real clear right here. Perfect situation for this BD 115 jerkbait.
Come on.
Better than the last one I just caught.
There you go. Yeah.
Little jumper.
Little jumper.
Little jumper. He's got a face full of BD 115, a little grass mixed in.
Yeah, that's right.
He's gonna
Got some
go
all of
crazy.
it.
Now he's hooked. Careful with the hooks. There we go.
They are sharp.
Man, oh man.
I promise you, they're sharp.
Man, oh man. You know, I really love coming to Lake Guntersville, and you know, a lot of times when I get to come down here, it's December, January, February, March, and where I live in Indianapolis, our climate is very different. But you know, it's 60 degrees down here today in December, and this fishery is so unique. You know, I've fished up and down the TVA, all the lakes up and down the chain, but this one is fairly shallow. It's fairly sloping. There's a lot of habitat, a lot of cover, boat docks, grass lines, a lot of things that just an average, you know, weekend fisherman that wants to go to a phenomenal fishery can make a short drive and have a chance at catching a lot of fish, but also some trophies too. Hey guys, like we always do, I want to show you our setup from today's show. So I'm out here filming with Boyd. You know, we're using the new BD series that Castaic is making. We've used the BD 115, the jerkbait, and we caught a few fish on that, some of these deep grass edges. We're throwing the BD 12 around too. You know, that's a crankbait that's going to hit that 10 to 12 foot zone. We're fishing some rock and some of the deeper grass lines with that too. But the real star of today's show, we've caught most of our fish, and our biggest fish on is this shallow running 1.5. This has just a little bit smaller profile than some of the other shallow running crankbaits on the market. I've caught several fish on this particular crankbait right here today. This is the green gizzard shad. Boyd's caught some on the copper perch color, you know, the chartreuse blackback. He's got a great lineup of colors, some crawl patterns with some orange, some reds. They got all the fish catching colors, but here's the deal. This BD 1.5 will catch them straight out of the package. You don't have to tune it, you don't have to change hooks or change any of the components. High quality stuff that Boyd's put his name on. You want to team this up with the right rod and reel combination. We're using the new Ducket Fishing 7-to-1 high-speed reel. This is the 360 model, and this thing's super smooth, helps you make long casts and reach your targets and stay away from the fish. I'm using that on a 7 and a 7.6 medium heavy bulldog cranking rod. That's the recipe for success. Put these out in the water and go catch some fish. Boyd, I know it's late fall and there's a lot of different ways to catch them on this lake. I mean, we've been running some of the shallower grass beds with that 1.5. This spot's a little different, a little deeper, and these bridges are key on this lake at times. But tell me a little bit about what we've got right here.
Well, you got a bridge, and any of these bridges where the road crosses, it creates a narrow and it funnels.
Little current situation.
Yeah, funnels the current down, and the last grass bed that we were fishing, you know, we noticed the water was pulling out of that pocket, and they're pulling water at the dam for whatever reason, and it drains these creeks.
Okay.
So really what we've got here is we're not actually fishing the bridge. There's an old road bed that runs on this side of the bridge.
I can feel the rock down
and
there
you'll
when you hit it right.
hit the rubble of that, and of course we hope it's blowing shad across it. And
it's the perfect depth for this deeper running crankbait. We switched over the BD12 here.
Yep. Dog, it's a fish.
No way.
It was hung.
No
you know
way,
it was hung,
dude.
and a fish took it off.
No way.
It did, man. It did. A good one.
Oh, baby.
How many times has that happened?
Baby.
It was hung.
Yeah, baby.
It was hung.
Oh, it's a toad.
I know, and a fish took
It's
it
a
off.
toad, guys.
He ate it off of the bottom.
It's a toad. Come
Get your
here.
hands on it.
Come here. Come here. Come here. No, did that just happen? Did that just happen, dude? It's a toad.
The crankbait was hung on that road bed on the rock.
No, it did.
And I'm sitting there shaking and shaking. I'm
We
like,
were going to get it unhung.
And I'm just holding pressure on it, and it goes, and I feel it go, and I'm like, wait, I pull.
Oh
He took
my
it off the
gosh.
rock.
On the BD12.
Oh yeah.
Dude, the whole line catches them. Gosh. And that's the fish of the day, man.
That's good ones too.
That is
yeah.
the fish of the day. You need
Isn't
some
that
pliers?
something? Oh, God.
Hey, dude, thanks
that-
for bringing me to Guntersville.
Huh?
This new BD series is legit, man. I'm loving it. The jerkbait caught a few for us today, but that crankbait, the 1.5,
Yeah,
the
it was
BD12, caught some on
deal.
that. Guys,
Yeah.
you got to check this out, man.
I told you it was going to work. I don't think you believe me. Come down here and
I
spend
do.
a few days chunking this thing, huh?
The proof is in the pudding.
Proof's
man.
in the pudding.
Hey,
I said that early.
Hey.
I said that early.
Tell these guys we're going home, dude. Thanks for bringing me to Guntersville. B.A.S. Doctor, we're out of here. Tell them.
I hate it, but we're out of here.
Good fish, man. Let her go. That's awesome.
The Bass Doctor is sponsored by Castaic, American Tackle Company, Power Pole, B.A.S.S Fishing, Lowrance, Reaction Strike, Bulldog Rods, Fish Hard, Procure Bait Sense, Adventure Products Ego S2 Slider, Stormer, B.A.S.S Vision, Backstabber Lures, Ducket Fishing.